Here we go, Malckay.
I see a club here who has massive ambition.
He's Scottish too.
Played against them, coached against them, managed against them. I realise the passion and commitment that comes from this part of the world, and the fervour and support that this club has. I see an infrastructure here that is exciting. Beautiful new stadium, great training facility, and a club that wants to go places.
Clearly a lot of the players who've been here have been on loan. Do you feel that there's a lot to be done now to get in new players?
There's obviously players out of contract, and there's players that have gone back to their own clubs. So I see that as an opportunity to strengthen the squad.
What targets do you have in terms of transfers?
Well, that's something we'll be working on. We'll have a look. I mean, I'm manager in the division. Has been in the division for the last couple of years, so I know the division and I know the type of players we want.
Is anything less than promotion a failure?
I think what we do is we make sure that we go into the race. Everyone goes into the race to win it, and we're going to be one of the clubs that's going into that race for the title next year to go and win it.
Captain Jenkins, the Chief Executive, just a few questions for you as well, if I may. Is there much money for new players?
There is good money to be made available, and we'll sit down now with Mackay and try and come up with a list.
Well, that's not cheeky enough for much.
No.
What has been set out that is expected of Malckay?
Look, we've said all along, we're ambitious, we want to compete, and we want to compete at the top end of the table. You know, we want to chase the dream and get in the Premiership. And we think in recruiting Malckay that we've got a manager who's got the drive and ambition to help get us there.
We haven't been told anything at the moment about the contract. How long is it?
3-year contract.
Alan Shearer, what went wrong in terms of the talks breaking down the tunnel?
Nothing, as you can imagine. We looked at several options. Alan Shearer has come out and publicly said he was one of them. But when we asked around and looked into the options, we came back to one man. We wanted somebody who's ambitious, hard-working, disciplined, and we felt driven to succeed. And then we found that in Mackay.
We have been told, or it's been reported, that Alan Shearer did say part of the problem was the standard of play. Malckay, just for you, if I may, do you feel that the standard of football does need to improve here?
The standard of
football. The standard of play.
The standard of football. I certainly didn't feel that when we were on the wrong end of a heavy defeat down here 3 months before the end of the season. No, Cardiff City are a team that have done very well over the last few years. I think if you look at the record in the 2 playoff in the last 3 years and a Wembley final appearance, I don't think the standard of play can be criticised that much. But as I say, it's something that going forward will be put more stamp on.
Why does Cardiff appeal as opposed to Watford?
As I said to you in the very first question, I look at the size of the club, I look at the infrastructure, the passion and commitment that the people from South Wales have in this football club, and the size that it is and can be. And I think I look at when the Cardiff come up with players on Boxing Day, the size of the support that appeared at Victory's Road was fantastic. But I see a passion and a commitment with this football club, and certainly a club that wants to go forward.
Did the lack of money at Watford have anything to do with the decision to leave?
I think it's well documented, the finances at Watford that we've been working under the last couple of years, and it's always going to be something that's labelled against them. But Watford Football Club over the last couple of years have fought hard under certain restrictions. But I think, as I say, coming to here gives me that opportunity to attack the top end of the table.
And of course, Danny Graham's not going to be playing for the local.
Ollie!
Yep, we're going to share a flat halfway between the two.
Thank you very much for speaking to us.
Malckay, what is your remit for the investors for next season?
The investors and the board of directors want to compete at the top end of the division, and that's something that I'm going to be certainly wanting to do. I want to be here and I want to be ambitious, and I want to play in the Premier League. I want to be in the Premier League, but there is a structure that we're going to set in place, and as I say, it's something that there's a race next year. We want to be at the front of that race.
With the money available that you obviously know, do you think that can get you in the top two?
Right now, I want to be competitive. I want to be making sure that we've got a team that we can put out there. And as you said yourself a minute or two ago, there is some players left the club. There's the loans, and there's spaces there at the moment in the squad that we'll have to strengthen. But let's see how the next few weeks ago in terms
Have
of
the investors give you time to do that? You signed a 3-year contract, but they say that you'll get promoted next year, or what is the remit? You know, have you got time to rebuild?
Yeah.
well, as I say, that's something that we spoke about in terms of they're realistic and realise that there are players have left the club, you know, in terms of the loans and the guys that are going out of contract, some of the bigger name players, so to speak. So they realise that, and they realise that we have to get players in that has to gel, you know, the team has to gel, and that takes time. But as I say, I'm ambitious and I want to do well here for this football club as well.
Well, there we are, Malckay Mackay speaking for the first time as the new Cardiff City manager. And Haley, I mean, I recall him as a player with Celtic. He was a tough, no-nonsense defender, and obviously